I want to find out now, where does God kind of fit into your life, and what does God mean to you?
Well, God means everything to me because without him and without falling back onto him, I don't think I could handle what I'm going through, especially online, especially with all these eyes on you and so much pressure and like pressure for myself. Like when you have your own business, you want so much, you see so much for yourself. And like I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose, and it's sometimes most of the time too much for me to do by myself. Like I need to talk to someone. In the car when I'm driving, pretty sure people are looking at me like I'm not speaking to anyone. I'm talking to myself. And I'm always talking to speaking to God like a friend in the car. I'm like, oh, like I don't know what I'm doing. Like, is this the right thing? Like, help me, this and that. What was the question?
So what does God mean to you? Or faith mean to you? Yeah.
Faith is very important. Very, very important. And I don't shy away from that online. I'm pretty sure everyone knows, or most people know, that I'm a Christian. I could have the cross behind me and people still ask me,
Yeah,
so
100%.
what Christianity, what religion are you?
Or be like, there's bacon on that. Did you ever get that when you go out? There's bacon on this?
I actually don't like bacon.
Oh,
so I
okay.
always say like my dietary restriction, I don't like bacon, and then
fair
they think
enough.
I'm not Christian, and then it just
Okay, well,
leads
there you
to, I cause the confusion.
More and more questions.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, we're going to get into that success part of it later on.
Yeah,
But let's start. We like to start at the beginning. George
Okay.
went a little
Oh my
bit
God, you
forward,
think
but
I'm
we're going to go to the
successful?
beginning. No, even way before that. What was Veronica B like as a kid?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to call you a class clown, but what was the personality like? When did it become unlocked? When did you become bubbly? What were you like as a child? Give us some stories.
I've always been an extroverted kid. My dream when I was younger was to be a children's doctor. That's pediatrician, right?
Pediatrician, yeah.
Yeah, I always get confused between that and the foot
Podiatrist.
doctor,
Podiatrist,
podiatrist, pediatrician. Because I was in and out of hospital a lot with my Crohn's. I suffer from Crohn's disease, so I was in and out of hospital. I wanted to be a pediatrician, and then I also wanted to do acting, which I was not allowed because it's not a real job. So I was never allowed to take on like acting at
Not in
school
this
and all that.
community, definitely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, as soon as when it was an option for HSC, my parents were like, be serious. I was like, okay.
Wake up.
But I've always been I was always into sports. I loved filming. I've been filming from such a young age. Like I always liked to be in front of the camera, act. I just like acting. Yeah. That my childhood. My childhood was having fun, family, and just Crohn's disease. That was my childhood.
Crohn's disease, huh?
It took up a lot of my life.
Did you have any siblings?
Yes, I do.
Okay, beautiful. So we got.
He's like, next, you got the point.
Yeah, so we got to that part. Now, when I actually wanted to ask,
Yeah.
before you took on this life of social media, what were you studying before? What were you doing for a job?
I did 2.5 years at uni doing health science, majoring exercise physiology. I wanted to be an exercise.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, an exercise physio. But I woke up one day in Croatia and decided I no longer want to do this. So I enrolled in a marketing degree. Major regrets, but everything happens for a reason. So I graduated in media marketing. And after uni, I was basically just doing, during uni, a lot of free internships, like trying to get my foot in the door to do this, like brand work, working in events. So basically, for many years, I was trying to get my foot in the door to do what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
And did you grow up in a religious home?
Yeah.
So did that include like church weekly or
Church
to what
every
level?
Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. And
If we missed a Sunday, then my mum would make us feel like we were the devil. You are going down the wrong path.
Happens in every home. It's not just one home.
So, is there anything that you could take away from one thing from your mum, one thing from your dad that you can take away, as in like something that you learnt from them?
Something that I learned from them. Okay. My dad is a very patient person. And obviously both my parents put God first. And in our life, as long as whatever we do in life, they always try to push us to remember your faith and remember God in everything you do. They always tell me to lean back on him. From my dad, I learn patience. And from my mum, she's like my motivation. She pushes me and listens to all my stress and all that. She's like the extra brains that I've got, even though my dad's smarter, but my mom's like the extra creative brains.
Okay, that's awesome. So then at what moment did you find that your faith became real and personal, not just something you inherited?
Well, my whole life, going to church every week was normal. Like, being religious was normal. Like, you're not allowed to swear, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. Like, that was just all normal. Like, going to Sunday school, it was normal. So for me, I was lucky. So I'm Catholic. So I was lucky to grow. I was lucky to be born into the Christian faith. So it was a lot easier for me. I don't think I had like an awakening at some time, because that was just my
grew up
normal
with it,
life.
yeah.
Just grew up with it. We were always practicing Christianity in our house. But probably when my parents, like, I guess not when you become an adult, because they still treat me like a kid. But like, I mean, when they stopped forcing you to go to church every week, it's kind of like, now it's up to you. No, not now it's up to you. Like they said, they still make me go every week. But now it's like, we're not forcing you to come. Like, you should be going by yourself. Like, you get your own car, you get in your car and you go to church. Not we're dragging you in the car with us as a family to go.
Okay.